welcome to Cat's Caffeinated Craftcast, episode 7. So, admin things. I started a highlight, early last week, I started a highlight reel on my Instagram about curvy patterns, both knitting and sewing. And then just this morning, which is Tuesday, the day before this video is supposed to go up, I started a highlight reel for all of the fermentation projects I'm doing right now, and also for my morning routine while we are under the, support your local yarn shops. So lots of them are doing online orders, some of them are doing curbside pickup. I would also suggest doing the same thing with your local grocery stores and markets. If they offer gift cards, buy the gift cards, use them later, do online delivery, blah blah blah.
Not a big cookie excited?
Maybe. Since we totally forgot.
Huh?
Since we totally forgot to do that earlier. We're just lazy all day.
We knitted. Okay. I consider that productive.
Lots of people consider knitting being lazy.
Not I. Not when it was brain work.
It was only brain work because you were just learning.
It was also brain work for you because you were teaching me. And I'm not a very good student considering the line of work right now.
No, you ain't.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
I taught her how to knit. She made this.
Ah! I almost killed myself. She almost killed me.
No, I didn't.
That's my nom-noms, you're good.
There's going to be a 30-minute long blooper reel on this episode. Jesus Christ. This isn't enough tribute because it's not alcoholic.
Look, I got her one too, so shut the fuck up.
I don't even know where I was. News and events. I'm just gonna start there. So a lot of YouTube and Instagram people who do knitty and crafty things are holding virtual knit nights and craft nights and whatnot. As you can see by looking next to my name or under my name here on the YouTube, I have 6 subscribers, which translates to not being capable of doing live streams from my phone for YouTube, but I can do live streams on Instagram. So I might be doing virtual knit nights on Instagram depending on how everyone's schedule shakes out. I know that my roommate just got told that she is not working for the next month. I don't know what my fiance's situation is like because he still went in this morning and he was scheduled for a double. So he went in at 9 this morning and will not be returning until 9 tonight. Yeah, basically I might be doing them on Instagram if I have the balls. I don't know, I feel like I'm just so small and insignificant that there's no point in me doing it. It's like nobody's— Ow! Why'd you bite me, Toothless? Okay, and then the Mouse, Cows, and Cows section. So the Pisces season ends on Friday. So you've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So for me right now on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then there's the History Mail, which I mentioned last week from Voulenvin. I still haven't decided on whether or not I'm going to knit an item, knit or crochet an item for that. I look at older, vintage, things that would fit into the category, so anything older than 1950s with the knitting and crochet patterns, and I don't really like any of them. So, you know, not sure. But, you know, if I do ever get a sewing machine, definitely will be sewing myself some nice, probably Edwardian style walking skirts. That's what I want. And then there is the Free Sock knit along by C.S. Sayespad. I'm pronouncing that wrong. I believe it's Gaelic. I really like her channel. It's very nice. I find her podcast like really calming to watch. So each month, each month there is a new free sock pattern, and that's the knit along. So every month you have she highlights a free pattern on Ravelry, and then you guys you knit that sock. The March socks is Lamino. I'll make sure that it's linked. And then the February sock, which is one that which I'm mentioning because I'm making it right now, is the Woodland Walk socks. And then to FOs. So I finished the Lost Souls top for my goth best friend for her birthday. So this one, the like strap halter, is significantly shorter than the pattern says it should be. The pattern tells you to chain like 130 some for this bit. I chained all 130, I joined it, and then I tried it on because like our over the shoulder measurement like isn't that much different because we don't have there's not a lot of depth in our in our chest area different. So I could put that on, and then it just like everything fell down. Like the top of it was like right here, and the back was like here-ish at my waist level. Like the top of the back piece. So I shortened that up by, I think it might even be only 100 stitches. These straps, which are cinched down all the way right now, are only 100 chains each. The pattern tells you to make like 350 chains for each side, and cinched all the way like this, there is probably, on me, so I am a 38 and my friend is a 42, there's probably 2 inches cinched all the way up like this of like positive ease on me, so that's like 40 cinched all the way up, meaning that that's plenty of room for her to have the spread she needs and then tie a nice bow. So yeah, and I did block it out and everything, and now the lace looks nice and yada yada yada. Oh, and I had to do a whole bunch of modifications to feel like that that front panel would be wide and tall enough, deep enough to go over them. So I will make sure all of those details are in the Ravelry notes for you if you happen to also be well endowed and want to make that top. Then we have the modified leaf collar I made for my niece. So the original pattern on the leaf collar stops right after you finish that leaf, and then has you do 5 rows of garter stitch. I wanted to try and make something that would be a little bit more wearable for her. So I made a little capelet. So I tessellated the pattern, the lace chart, and just knitted until I ran out of yarn, and then I cast off really, really loosely, blocked it, put a cute little button. Ooh. If you're following along on Instagram, I do have a post with this button on this capelet. I also have it as one of the options for another one of my finished objects that is hanging out here right now. And it's been mostly finished like this whole time. It's just needed a button. So yeah, this is how this would look on me. On my niece, I assume that it would be maybe a little bit more over her shoulders, if not a lot more over her shoulders. She just turned 5. We'll see. Then I made the hot pad for Elizabeth's wedding gift, and then 3 bright red dishcloths for Elizabeth's wedding, or for my goth best friend's wedding gift. Then we have the T-tube toter, and I finally put a button on it. I put the shell button on it because honestly that was my favorite the whole time. I really like that wood mandala one. That one's really cute too. And of course I finished the item to help me take tea along with me to places right as I'm supposed to be staying home, right as everyone's supposed to be staying home. So there's that. And then, last one, I knitted this one. So it's just another mitered square dishcloth. This one's with a much softer cotton, so it's more like a washcloth. Then I taught my girlfriend how to knit. So she made this one. And hers is a good bit smaller than mine. But our stitch counts are the same, so that's the magic of gauge right there, guys. The magic of gauge. And like the tension you hold your yarn at. Okay, so finished objects. Check. On to whips. So yeah, sorry, checking the notes. We have Dad's Birthday Cables 2.0. Oh, as my yarn ball runs across the room. So yeah, I rewrote it as a whole pattern, hoping that that would be more easy for my brain to follow and keep up with. I know for a fact that I've knitted a lot more of a ribbing on this one, but I feel like it's a lot nicer. Oh, and that I just have the tail crocheted up in like a chain because it was super long. I just feel like it's really nice because he can like have it up over his fingers, and then if he needs his fingers more, he can fold the cuff down. So I thought that that was a cool note. I've seen that on a couple of other patterns recently. Just like knitting an extra large cuff, an extra long cuff. So, did that one. Just have to work through that. Then we have my, so as I mentioned in the last episode, I've subscribed to Knit Crate. So I was really impatient, and like literally the day I got it, I cast on. So this is it. I got the, as I mentioned, I got the sock. I started getting the sock crate. So this is the Uru Yarns Sugared Sock in Hidden Pool. We got the, oh. So it is a 70% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 10% stellina. And it's very pretty, very happy with it. I'm keeping the tissue paper for junk journaling reasons. And then a little booklet with all of the stuff in it. All 3 of the sock yarns were gorgeous, and I would have been super happy with any of them. I will say that the Blood Moon, the pinky purple one, was my favorite. But look at next month's color inspiration mood board thing. I'm so ready. So ready. I don't remember when they do the sneak peeks, but I think it might be around the 15th. Today is the 17th, so I might be able to go do that now. Alright, so those are my 2 whips. Because I've been focusing pretty hard. I'm not like starting anything too terribly big. That's also my stash positions. On hold items. Still the napkins. I actually had to steal the other 4 I have cut up to cover ferments in my kitchen, just so they were covered with cloth. The EPP coaster. And then, which I totally forgot to take out, I'll put pictures of it here. It is the granny stripe zigzag Afghan throw that I'm making for Alicia for Christmas. Alicia's the roommate, by the way. And then, so I decided not to knit or crochet anything for my mom because I have this really nice cloth that I picked up for her forever ago and haven't sent over, so I'm gonna call that her birthday gift and like not have to make her anything. So once my dad's gloves are done and his hat is done, I don't have to make anything else for my dad. I have to make something for my grandmother, and I'm thinking about making her something with my lavender cotton here. I'm contemplating making her an Orion mesh beanie with this. I feel like she'd really like it. Tonight, like literally as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to ball up this yarn and cast on the water bearer, so at least it's cast on during the Pisces season make along. Yeah, and as you can see, I got that yarn, the knit crate yarn on, oh gosh, I don't even remember. Friday? Yeah, Friday. So that isn't exactly my like fastest sock knitting ever. Yeah, not necessarily, but it's also like my fastest was the socks for my fiance, and I knit those from Wednesday to Sunday. But those were also DK weight socks, and these are fingering weight socks. So I still feel like these are like good, fast socks. So I'm expecting to have these finished before the end of the Pisces season make along, and be able to have these socks for myself and the socks for the Goblin King to put into the finished object thread on Ravelry for that. So there's that. So there's going to be a lot of time, and I'm really enjoying sock knitting, especially, oh, I forgot to mention, especially since I decided to swap out the heel type that's listed in this sock for the Fish Lips Kiss heel. I love this heel. I'm going to be knitting like every sock with that now. I swear to you. So I have two striping, like self-striping sock yarns, and then I don't know if that one's self-striping or if that one's more of a like variegated that is paired with a solid. So I don't know which one to do next, so if you guys have like opinions and like want to be helpful. So this one is the Milan colorway. It is a gray base with pinky purple stripes, blue stripes, pink stripes, and then lighter gray stripes. And I was going to do, I believe these ones were going to be the toe-up socks with a difference, because I still haven't knit toe-up socks, and that was like one of the sock styles I really wanted to try, because I haven't tried that before. And then this is Blake, and it's a purple base with various purple and pinky purple stripes. And I was going to do the Rose City Rollers pattern with this yarn. And I might be able to get another pair of shorty socks out of this as well, because this is a 100-gram skein. And they say it's 459 yards. And then there is, on my Ravelry queue, there's something that's called the rounded toe, which is just like a toe it's a free pattern, and it's a toe method that I wanted to try with these two and have this be contrast toes, heels, and cuffs, and then this be the body of it and just be a vanilla sock. And I believe that if I do that, I can also do it the opposite direction, with this being the contrast for this one being solid. So that, I feel like that would be really fun. So I just don't know which one. I will be making an Instagram post about that, because most of the time I am at this point, making Instagram posts about everything, because I'm at home and I want to feel like I have human interaction. Then, in my Ravelry queue, there is a very cute jar cozy, and it's like Calypso crab or something like that. And I have all of these cotton yarn scraps, and I have some red. So I want to see if I can make one of those with what I have here and make little crabs red, because I feel like that would be really fun and really cute. And then of course, you know, Hexie Puffs with scraps. Yeah, that's it. That's it on the plans. Yeah, and then I don't, I'm not going to even start thinking about like pattern and yarn for what comes after the water bearer, because I foresee this taking me a good long while, because I've never knitted sleeves, I've never knitted brioche. Yeah, and then Sunday night I managed to film the kitchen episode. So I'll show you that. I'll edit that and get that up sometime here soon. So I have a tapestry on my chair today, and my cats like to climb underneath the tapestry when it's on my chair and like play about in it like little weirdos, and it's